Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 40 of the New Orleans Pelicans MyLeague series here on NBA 2K20. It's the big 4-0 episode here today, and we have the New Orleans Pelicans playing host to the 12-10 San Antonio Spurs. If you're excited for this one, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below. I noticed a lot of you guys who watch my videos are unsubscribed. All you gotta do is follow those instructions on the screen and you'll be good to go. But it's the Spurs at the Pelicans here tonight. Here are the starting lineups, and look who's playing center starting for the Pelicans. Vernon Carey Jr., the rookie out of Duke, is getting his very first career NBA start here. You see him at the tip-off line, and he wins his first ever tip, and we are underway here in New Orleans. Two West teams who have had similar paths so far to start the season. The Spurs are 12-10 and the Pelicans are 11-10. Both teams did play earlier this week in San Antonio, and the Pelicans did pick up the win in this one. So they're looking to make it a clean 2-0 for the week, as there's a miss by San Antonio. Ingram with the rebound. We saw him have a very good game last episode against the Golden State Warriors. Like to see that kind of production continue to keep up, as he has the ball, giving it up to Williamson. Williamson's got to try to back down LA. LaMarcus Aldridge drop step, right hand miss. So both teams not scoring in the first minute. Here's DeMar DeRozan, former Toronto Raptor, who re-signed a big 5-year extension this past offseason to stay in San Antonio. Probably the biggest free agent on the market. Didn't go anywhere. It's dividends paying off in San Antonio. 26 points per game. And Spurs are looking for that to continue, as they missed the playoffs last year for the first time in 22 seasons. And they're looking to get back into the Greg Popovich. There were some rumors this offseason that he would leave San Antonio, and Pelicans are one of the names that was trying to go after him potentially, but Popovich still in San Antonio, probably going to finish out his coaching career with the Spurs. Some like to think that was never in doubt, but we see LaMarcus Aldridge drive right to the basket here with the right hand. He scores the layup, so it's now a 4-2 ball game. Take a look at LaMarcus Aldridge's numbers over the years. Still a very solid player, especially even if he gets up there in age. 21, 22 points per game, basically the past 3 seasons, as there's a turnover by the Pelicans. Now here comes Lonnie Walker, the fourth, with the ball on the right side. He's going to pull it from a long 2. He's going to miss that shot. Rebound, Cole Anthony, number 4 overall pick in the past draft, is going to go to the lane, get swatted by DeMar DeRozan, saying, "Young fella, you got a lot to learn here in New Orleans." And that's not the guy you want to take to the basket, but still Pelicans ball. So looks like at the top of the screen, trying to set a play. Here comes Vernon Carey. He has the ball now. You see a backdoor cut in Jrue Holiday. He's in the paint. He's got a positioning on Walker, and he's going to score the basket. The veteran Jrue Holiday, now putting up around 15 points per game so far this season. Pretty solid numbers. Still a very dominant defender as well. As here comes Murray. He's driving to his right. He's going to finish it off with a tomahawk right. Okay, fella. Throwing it down here in New Orleans, as Spurs will have a 2-point lead once more. Here's Ingram pulling up from the mid-range. He's going to knock that down. Ingram using his height to his advantage. And Wednesday's loss against Utah, he had 12 points, 5 for 14 shooting. Not the best for Ingram. He's still kind of hit or miss on the offensive, scoring output, as there's a foul by Zion on Aldridge, who'll go to the line. But Ingram, obviously we know, it's been documented, he signed the big contract extension to stay in New Orleans this past offseason, and like to see him put up bigger numbers. I mean, not saying he's a bad player, he's a good player, but we know he's capable of more. The former number 2 overall pick out of Duke, and he can add more to the table, we know that. But here's Aldridge at the line, missing his first free throw. Second free throw from Aldridge. It's up and in, so the Spurs once more have a 1-point lead here in New Orleans. Here comes Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday pulling up actually from the free throw line. He's going to miss. Rebound Felicio starting for the Spurs at center today. And now Murray looks like they're going to slow down the pace. Spurs are a high-scoring offensive team, however, so I doubt the pace will be slowed down for long. Here's Murray driving to the basket once more. Good move. Cannot finish, though. Good held defense, as Cole Anthony now has the rock. And we see Zion gets behind the defense. He's going to throw that one down. You know that's coming, and you know a replay is coming. Look at this. Williamson uses his speed, gets behind the defense, and throws it down for an easy 2. That has been Zion's bread and butter, and Cole Anthony's done a good job this season making sure he finds Williamson whenever he gets behind the defense in those fast break positions. But now here's Jrue Holiday on the other end. Looks like they're going to slow down this fast break, but he's going to drive past his man, go to the rim, left hand, cannot get it to go. Jrue Holiday had 22 points in that loss against Utah, so a lot of good players we saw in that box score had some points, but could not get past the output of Donovan Mitchell and Nikola Mirotic in that one. Comes DeMar DeRozan. Looks like they're going to call for a switch. Didn't get it, but he's going to miss. Looks like intimidation there from Ingram. Had to get it over his long arms. And there's an alley-oop throwdown. Anthony to Williamson once more. And they're getting started here early in New Orleans. What a one-handed jam on the oop pass. That might be your assist of the game already. As now the Pelicans have a 3-point lead. What can the Spurs do? They got to start to slow down this momentum here for the Pelicans. That's going to be a good way to do it. Aldridge just spins his way right past Williamson, put him in the spin cycle. As you see his numbers once more, 21.5 points per game. It's pretty impressive for him. You know, Aldridge fits that mold of what the Spurs like down in the low post, and he continues to get it done. As he gets the rebound, gives it to Walker. He's going to get stonewalled by Holiday. There's that good fast break defense by Jrue. Murray now on the left side gets a screen from Aldridge. He gets switched on to Zion, which means Aldridge has Anthony in the low block. That's a mismatch. Anthony looked like he tried to flop there. Good help defense by Zion. Forces the pass to Walker. Now he has to throw it up. He's going to get that one to go. That's a tough shot over Jrue Holiday. So I was just talking about being a very good defender. But now the Spurs have a 1-point lead here. 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Swing pass to Anthony. He's going to try to drive this time. There's a 3-second the key violation, I guess, on Felicio, and Ingram's going to go to the line. I kind of just hit a button really fast, not really sure what's happening, but Ingram's going to go to the line for the one shot. Thankfully, he gets it to go, and we're at 11 again. So another tie ball game. As we see a substitution, looks like Felicio is going to go to the bench, and Rudy Gay is going to come in. So the veteran Rudy Gay now is in the ball game. Ingram, mid-range 2, knocks that one down as well. And Brandon Ingram's had a pretty hot start to this game. Both teams shooting well overall. Both teams at 50%. But Ingram's on a good, that's good to see if you're a Pelicans fan. Ingram getting started early, but that's not what you like to see. Murray to the basket. They're going to call a flagrant 1. Vernon Carey Jr. gets called for the flagrant. I guess that was a little bit too hard of a shove from behind. Not sure if I agree with that call. Anyway, DeJounte Murray's going to go to the line, averaging 11 points per game so far this season, 5 assists. Not bad numbers for the young man. He's a point guard you expect to continue to grow in this Spurs organization. And the second free throw from Murray is going to be a miss, so Spurs will get the ball, but we're going to cut to the end of the first quarter here. Pelicans lead 33-26, continuing to basically had a little bit of an edge over the Spurs, but we'll see if they can hold that going into the second quarter. A little back here in the second quarter, 5:11 to go. It's still a 7-point game, 49-42 Pelicans in this one, as we see White sub in for San Antonio. And on the other end, Redick is going to be subbed out in place for Ingram. As now here's Aldridge. He gets carried a jump. Good veteran move by Aldridge to use the young Vernon Carey and get him off his feet and go up and under. Good veteran move by Aldridge. So now we got a 5-point game, 4:45 to go. Screen left. Cole Anthony's going to drive. Good hang time. Can't get it to go, but gets the foul call as well. That was a good drive by Anthony. I'd like to see him use that more often instead of settling for so many threes. And I think Jason Kidd likes what he sees out of his rookie as well. Cole Anthony was November Western Conference Rookie of the Month. Could be Rookie of the Year if he keeps up this pace. And as we see a substitution, Rudy Gay will go to the bench for San Antonio. Cole Anthony's been a very solid shooter. His offensive numbers have gone down a little bit as he's focused more on distributing the rock. And he's been a very solid addition to the squad. As we take a look at the free throw numbers so far, Spurs have already had 16 attempts from the free throw line. I don't know what that was. Good defense there by the Pelicans. Rebound Anthony. He's going to push it on the other end. Holiday on the other side, mid-range right side. He's going to knock that down. Jrue Holiday deadly from the mid-range. As you see his number, 16 points per game. A little less from last year. He averaged about 19 points per game last year, but still very solid numbers for the now 30-year-old man from UCLA. As you see, switch, White now has Zion on him. Going to shimmy and get that one to go. Good shimmy and shake by White. Caused some separation. As the Pelicans out shooting the Spurs here in this one, as it's a 7-point game in New Orleans. Zion going to work on backing down his man. Has the strength, spins, gets blocked though. Good recovery there. And now Walker on the other end is going to try to get something going for Spurs. That might be what they need. He's going to hack up a shot. That was not a good possession. Walker not using the full intended possession. As you can see, he's only got 5 points, 2 for 7 so far in this one. See Vernon Carey still working in the paint. He's going to give it up to Anthony. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. 3:20 to go in the first half. Ingram now has it at the top of the key, swings it over to Zion. Zion's actually going to hack up a three. He kind of had to as the shot clock was running down. Not a good possession by the Pelicans. Walker with the rebound. See if he can get going, or is he going to give it off? He does draw the matchup of Jrue Holiday, so that is a tough one, but he gets a switch on Zion. He's going to try to drive this time. Bad shot once more. 2 for 8 to start the game, Lonnie Walker. Kind of hurting this Spurs team, honestly. Ingram finds Carey inside. He gets stonewalled. Zion now on the right side. Mid-range, he can't hit that one to go. Rebound Spurs. Here comes White pushing up the court. He's met by Cole Anthony. He's got Zion for help, and Zion's going to show that help and block it off the backboard. Good defensive help by Zion, starting to heat up in this one. It's now DeMar DeRozan, 6 seconds, going to give it to Walker for 3. He's going to miss that one once more. Spurs continue to speed Lonnie Walker despite his slow start. As Jrue Holiday is going to drive, good finish with the right hand, contact layup, gets it to go. As Pelicans, one of the better teams in the NBA in assists per game, already have 14 in this one. As coming up on 2 minutes left here in the first half. Spurs trying to get something going, fall behind now by 9. As they're going to give it to DeRozan. DeRozan's being guarded by Ingram. He gets a screen left, drive to the basket, good floater, gets it to go, kiss off the glass. Pelicans are actually going to call timeout, which means we're going to go to the end of the first half, Pelicans lead this one 60-53. Pretty solid start for the Pelicans. Will they be able to hold on in the second half, or will the Spurs start to get it together? We'll find out on the flip side of this break. Take a look at the halftime report and numbers. Pelicans shooting 51%, Spurs 47%. LaMarcus Aldridge leading the way for the Spurs with 9 points, while Jrue Holiday leads the way for the Pelicans with 12. As Spurs down only by 7. It's been a pretty solid game so far. Good hands by Williamson. Just couldn't get it to go to a teammate. But pretty back and forth game as Lonnie Walker takes another shot, another miss. Something that's become far too common in this game. Now the Pelicans on the other end. Brandon Ingram going to slow it down. Looks like nothing was happening on that fast break opportunity. As now Anthony's going to get a screen from Jrue. He's going to try to drive to the basket. Kicks it back to Jrue. Jrue's going to get a screen himself. Draw a double team. And he has Zion Williamson open on the 3. He's going to take another 3. Can't get it to go. Not Zion Williamson's forte, but I respect the attempts as the shot clock was winding down as Murray tries to give it up, and unfortunately a little too reckless there. Holiday gets the loose ball. Ingram's going to pop from 3 on the left side, knocks it down. Brandon Ingram showing off the range. Good find by Jrue Holiday in the left side, as it's now a double-digit lead here for the first time in this one. 63-53 Pelicans. Out to Murray and Spurs. You got to start to get something going. DeMar DeRozan was probably your man for that one. He's going to get a screen right. Ingram good going, getting through the screen. Walker's going to take another 3, gets this one to go. So maybe that'll get him and the Spurs going, as it's now a 7-point lead once more. Pelicans looking to push the pace. Anthony gets stopped to the top of the key, trying to set a screen once more by Carey. Can't seem to drive past him. Holiday, he's at the 3-point line. He's going to drive to the basket, gets swatted by Walker. But Carey's going to get the rebound and get swatted as well. So back-to-back blocks here for the Spurs. Zion's going to turn to his right, though, and cook in the paint on Aldridge. So all that was for naught. Good composure by Zion to get the bucket after the 2 blocks. And good hands by Zion getting the loose ball. Anthony has the loose ball, but gets ripped. Very weird possession, as I guess Cole didn't want to give it to Zion because he was standing too close to the half-court line, but very weird change of events. Walker's going to hire another 3. Can't get that one to go. Rebound Zion. Cole Anthony now pushing the pace. Holiday's driving right to the basket. Good finish with the left hand. Jrue, one of the better drivers on this team. Doesn't drive enough to the paint, I don't think, just because Williamson's usually there on the fast breaks, but still showing that he still has it at the age of 30, as Jrue Holiday's really had a good past couple of games. You saw his numbers in that Utah Jazz game from earlier. As here's a lob, I guess Zion didn't really jump, so they're going to swing it back to Anthony on the right side. He's going to get a screen from Carey Jr. Got a lot of traffic in the paint. Vernon's going to try to back down his man, go up with the right hand, and gets that one to go off the glass. Mismatch on DeMar DeRozan. And that's actually his first bucket of the night. He's 1 for 2 shooting. Not shooting as much as he usually does with the second unit, but that kind of goes back to what I've always said when Mitchell Robinson was starting at center position. Don't really need our centers to do a lot other than clean the glass. As you do have Cole Anthony, you do have Jrue Holiday, you have Zion Williamson, you have Brandon Ingram on this team. That's a lot of scoring potential, so if your center can get some boards for this Pelican squad, they can be pretty dangerous. As you see Carey, this time he's cutting to the basket. There's points 3 and 4. As just like that, it's kind of ballooned into a 15-point lead. I was kind of talking too much. And now it's a 15-point lead here for the Pelicans. What can DeMar DeRozan and the Spurs do? He's going to get a screen right, and there's actually an illegal screen-off ball once more. That one's on Lonnie Walker. As we take a look at Jrue's stats, who I was talking about earlier, he's shooting 62% in his past 5 games, 50% on the year. Still showing that he is having a solid career, and he's not ready to wind down. Jrue Holiday is a free agent as well this offseason, as there's a reach-in foul by the Spurs. Maybe starting to get a little frustrated as we see some substitutions coming in, but Jrue Holiday is a free agent. Will he stay in New Orleans? Not entirely sure yet. He hasn't committed either way if he wants to re-sign or test free agency. So that'll be something to look at as the season continues to unfold. But back to the action here. Here's Cole Anthony on the left side three-point line. He finds a cutting J.J. Redick out of all people, and he gets the and one. Another bad foul by Lonnie Walker the fourth. He's having a horrible game. And now J.J. Redick will go to the line for a free throw. He will knock that down. So J.J. Redick getting the three-point play, and we're now an 18-point lead here for the Pelicans. Spurs are actually going to call timeout as they really need to regroup in this one. And we're going to go a little later in the third quarter on the other side of the timeout. 85-66 Pelicans, still a 19-point lead with 90 seconds to go. Jrue Holiday's going to dish to Carey inside, and that's now a 21-point lead. Pelicans have cracked the 20-plus point mark, as this one is starting to become a blowout at the Smoothie King Center. Can the Spurs show any sign of life right here? Rudy Gay has Mitchell Robinson on him. You know he's going to try to drive on Robinson. Good help defense by Carey to be there. And then good help defense by Michael Porter Jr. Good hands. Carey on the other end is going to have a wide open path and throw it down with the left. With authority, comes crashing into the goalpost. And it's good to see Vernon Carey come to life, showing that energy. As it's now a 23-point lead for the Pelicans. 46 seconds to go. Swing it over. Bad pass by the Spurs. Let's just get to the end of this quarter. 91-68 Pelicans after 3. Starting to blow out this Spurs squad. As we're going to cut right through the end of the quarter. 12 minutes to go in this one. One more quarter. And see if the Spurs show any sign of life. There's a good sign. Jay Scrubb with the steal. Throwing it down with the left hand. Jay Scrubb. Haven't talked about him yet. Spurs, obviously they missed the playoffs this past year, so that means they got a high draft pick. They used it on Jay Scrubb, the rookie who was supposed to be out of Louisville but never played last year due to some academic ineligibility. And he decided to clear for the draft and was selected in the first round by the Spurs. As that was a layup there for Jrue Holiday. So Jay Scrubb, he's very explosive as a guard, as he forces the foul from Jeff Teague on the reach-in. He's not afraid to drive to the rim. I like his confidence as a young man, and hopefully that allows him to have a pretty solid career here in San Antonio, as he's got the best coach maybe in NBA history at his disposal. Rebound, Porter Jr. trying to move it left. He's kind of stonewall. He's going to hand it off to Jrue Holiday. He's going to pull up from the mid-range once more. You know he's going to get that one to go. 25-point lead here in New Orleans as the route is on. Cole Anthony now guarding White. Gets a double screen. He's going to swing it over to Lyles. It has LaMarcus Aldridge now in the paint being guarded by Mitchell Robinson. There's a traveling violation. Just add insult to injury. And 25 seconds to go. Here come the backups, the garbage time minutes players, which means we're going to skip to the end of this one. Pelicans win this one. They indeed do make a statement as they win 116-95 here at home. 21-point win for the Pelicans. Take a look at the stats. Jrue Holiday lead the league, 31 points, 14 for 22 shooting. You'll love to see that. Zion Williamson had double-double, 20 points, 12 rebounds, 19 for Redick, 14 for Ingram. Double-double for Cole Anthony, 10 points, 12 assists. Carey Jr. had 8 in his first start. All around a very solid team effort, 13 rebounds off the bench for Robinson. But a very good game here for the Pelicans, a game they kind of needed as they were in a little bit of a slump. This will get them up to 12-10 on the season. DeMar DeRozan led the way for the Spurs at 25, and Jay Scrubb had 12 of his own. Lonnie Walker had 11 on 4 for 15 shooting, and then an 11-11 double for LaMarcus Aldridge. Just not enough for the Spurs squad. I don't think they made enough in the offseason to get better as they continue to get older. I think re-signing DeRozan was a good idea, but not sure how much they have left in the tank with this group of players. And we go cut back to the NBA. Our first trade is actually made. The Wizards trade center Thomas Bryant to the Suns for Frank Kaminsky and a 2025 second round pick. Take a look at Thomas Bryant. Nice, solid young player, 23 years of age. Averaged 9 points per game so far in Washington this season. And Frank Kaminsky, he's been around the block for a little bit. The former number 9 pick out of Wisconsin. And he's been pretty solid. He's averaged about 10.5, 11.5 points per game in his season. Speaking of the Suns, the Pelicans knock off the Suns at home 128-116 behind Cole Anthony's 24 points. And the Suns had 40 from Devin Booker. But they were a little short-handed without DeAndre Ayton and LaMelo Ball, who are out with injuries. So Booker didn't have any help. Another interesting move around the league, John Collins of the Hawks said he doesn't want to play for the Hawks next year, and he is a free agent, so that'll be an interesting player to look out for this year. See if he is traded, he could be a solid pickup for somebody. But next time out for the Pelicans, we are going to travel to Milwaukee for another nationally televised game. Hopefully we can pick up the win in Milwaukee, as obviously they have Giannis, so that'll be a very big game for the Pelicans. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe below for new franchise content, and don't forget, Madden NFL 21 franchise team reveal comes out tomorrow. I'm super excited for that one. But thank you guys so much for watching this one. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.